What is up, geek fans? This is Gibson here. Today we're going to be looking at how the Oblivion Remastered version is performing on the MSI Claw 8. Now I've been into this game for an hour or so and it's been running pretty well. So we're going to be taking a look at how it's performing for the interior scene and also for the open world scene as well. So let's dive in. Now first let's take a look at the settings that I'm using. I play this game at actually at 900p. So we are currently at 900p, but I'm not sure why here it's saying 1200p, but actually the screen is currently at 900p and I'm using borderless mode right here. I turn off VSync and I use the medium preset for the game. And you see right here that I also have the Lumen hardware ray tracing turned on at low mode. I'm using FSR with the balanced mode and with the frame generation on. So let's take a look at the game. Alright, so currently we are inside. So this is the interior scene. And we are getting about 30-ish FPS. And I also noticed that after the game is just finished loading, the FPS will start off pretty low, but then after a while, as you can see, we were at about 30, in the high 30s, but right now we are at 80 FPS. So the asset loading time is probably impacting the FPS, but after a while, as you can see, we are right now at high 70s or low 80s for the interior scene, which is pretty decent. Okay. So the scene is pretty dark. So let's move on to the open world area. Okay, so now we're at the open world area. This is at Wayne Priory City. And we're getting about 40 each FPS. So we're getting about mid 40s here. And for me, according to how I've played so far, I think this is as low as it can get for this game. The interior scene will have the FPS mostly at over 70 FPS. But in the open world area, you will get as low as low 40s. But this is very playable. And as of now, the frame generation has quite an impact on the ghosting effect. As you can see right here, when I move the camera, you see that the blade will produce some kind of a ghosting effect right here, which is not very ideal, but you do get a very decent FPS with frame generation on. So let's do another test. I'm gonna turn off the in-game frame generation and we're gonna switch to using XeSS upscaler instead of the FSR, and we're gonna use frame generation from lossless scaling instead to see whether the experience is better. Alright, so we are using XeSS also balanced mode. I'm gonna change the frame rate cap to 30 because we want to double 30 FPS to 60 so we can get a stable 60 hopefully. So let's do that. Alright, so we are currently using lossless scaling with the XeSS upscaler set to balanced. So let's take a look at the performance. We're getting actually about the same FPS, right? We are getting 40 within the mid 40 or sometimes low 50 range of FPS. So the FPS using lossless scaling versus using in-game FSR frame generation, you're getting about the same, but I feel like lossless scaling produces a bit less ghosting effect compared to FSR frame generation. So it's gonna depend on whether you like using lossless scaling or not, or you would prefer using in-game settings for convenience. But personally, I prefer using XeSS for upscaler better than using the FSR. I do think the image quality is better, but you do get about the same FPS using this XeSS upscaler together with lossless scaling. So let's move on to the interior scene, and let's see whether we are getting solid 60 with this combination of settings. Alright, so we are within the interior scene and we're getting solid 60, so that's pretty much expected because nothing much to render here in this scene. And honestly I cannot see anything here, so let's move on to the better area for testing. I'm gonna load another save and see if we can get a better idea on the interior scene. So this is another interior scene, and you see that we are getting solid 60 using this combination of using XeSS upscaler at balanced and set FPS limiter to 30 and use lossless scaling to multiply the FPS by 2.
He's upstairs.
So as you can see, we are getting quite good visual as well as a very good performance. So if you are asking for my favorite combinations of settings, I would suggest going with XeSS and cap the FPS at 30, and at the same time use lossless scaling to multiply the FPS by 2. So you're getting better visuals and you're getting a very nice performance out of this game. I'm not very deep into the story yet. As of now, I would say overall performance of this game for the interior part, it's gonna be over 70 FPS, and for the open world scene, you're gonna get about mid 40s to low 50. So that makes the experience of Oblivion Remastered Edition on the MSI Claw 8 pretty ideal, because this is way more than playable if you are asking me. So that's about it guys for today's video. I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you geeks in the next one. Peace out guys.